offense under Deshaun Watson has the guys fired up this morning. Which player has the best touchdown celebration planned for Super Bowl Sunday? And is Tom Brady, get this, already looking ahead to next season? Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome to First Things First. Jenna Wolf, Nick Wright, Brandon Marshall, KW, Kevin Wilds. Brandon, you got to finish year 21 before you finish year 22, right? You got to crawl before you can walk.
He's jumping the gun. Tom is jumping the gun.
Just a little bit.
Right. Trap game. Trap game.
Oh, trap game. Well, speaking of said trap game, we are 3 days away from Super Bowl 55. For Brady and the Bucs, what a turnaround that would be from last year, right? For the Chiefs, the opposite of a turnaround, a keep looking straight, if you will. A chance for back-to-back Super Bowl wins hasn't happened since Tom Brady and those 03-04 Patriots. Brandon, we'll kick it off with you. What should the Kansas City Chiefs game plan be to leave Tampa back-to-back champions?
Woo. Woo. Good morning, America. Super Bowl 55. Let's jump right into it. We are live. So let's start on the defensive side, Jenna. First and foremost, Chris Jones. He needs to dominate his matchup against the right guard. And the reason why this is important is because this will allow this defense to get pressure on Brady without blitzing. The secondary needs to shine, and they've been playing lights out the last couple of weeks. Thornhill is the key to this, because when you have a center field that can get it done, it allows the corners to play aggressive, and it allows that guy right there, Tyrann Mathieu, to be lights out. You know, they like to play him down in the box, robber, and that matchup's going to be interesting between him and Tom Brady. And the last one on the defensive side is mix it up. You got Coach Spags. You got to mix it up. The last 2 weeks, Coach Spags has been blitzing like a madman, like a wild man. But the problem here is Tom Brady, they got a good deep game. They can throw the ball down the field, and the offensive line allows them to do that. So that's what they got to do on the defensive side. Let's go to the offensive side right now for the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see what we got here. First, don't bother running. Don't do it. That D-line, those linebackers in Tampa, they are phenomenal. Excellent run defense. So don't even bother running. The only runs we're going to see is gadget plays and RPOs. The second thing is you got to protect Mahomes. That offensive line is banged up. That offensive line has his work cut out for him. You have Shaq Barrett and JPP looking at you. And the last thing for them is Andy Reid had 2 weeks to prepare for this. His creativity is going to be on full display. So call the trick play at the right time. You know it's coming. So those are the keys for the offense and the defense, guys.
If you guys saw me there, Brandon, at the end, I was shaking my head. I was shaking my head like a proud parent, just like, my goodness. Like Brandon Marshall, 6 months after spending time with me, I feel like so much of this football knowledge is rubbing off on him, because that *1 point Brandon made about the Chiefs' offensive approach, that is spot on. It is the very first thing I've written down here. Don't do what you do. Do it more often. Do it faster. Second bullet point. Abandon the run entirely. Every run play is a gift to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has the personnel to stop the Chiefs' running game, and the Chiefs, what has made them special the last 3 years is not their run game. So pass on first down, pass on second down, pass on third down. If occasionally you want to mix in a draw play to try to slow down the pass rush, fine. But you need to be throwing the football, and Wilds, you need to get the ball out quick. The only way, excuse me, I was choked up, so proud of Brandon. The only way the Chiefs lose this game is strip sacks. Mahomes is not going to throw picks. Mahomes is not going to turn the ball over that way, and the Chiefs aren't a high fumble team. But a JPP or Shaq Barrett strip sack on a slow developing play down the field, that can flip the game. So throw the ball a ton, but get the ball out fast. If you do that, you will win. The Bucs can't stop the Chiefs offense play for play, assuming they're throwing the football down the field. So that's what I expect. That would be my game plan. I was focused almost exclusively on the Chiefs offensive side of it. I think Brandon covered the Chiefs defensive side really well. But that should be the game plan. Do what you do, but do it faster than you usually do it.
Nick, are you nervous at all about superhero Brady mode, where he can sit back there and survey the field and start throwing these deep passes to Mike Evans, and there's Scotty Too Hotty streaking down the sidelines and AB going across the middle? If you guys don't pressure Tom Brady, he could have a field day and really have an iconic game in the Super Bowl. The good news is, when he is pressured, he just becomes a mortal quarterback. This is the largest pass rating drops when pressured. Drew Lock does a good celebration. He does that Buzz Lightyear celebration, our guy Baker, and Brady. So if you can put pressure on him, you can win the game. And old Coach Spags, Brandon, he knows it. Because although I have deleted our undefeated Super Bowl run from my memory, I had Dusty tell me that supposedly Coach Spags, we lost this Super Bowl, it turns out. Guy caught the ball in his helmet. I don't know. I have forgotten it. But he was sacked 5 times and had 8 hits. So that pressure is so key. If we see Tom Brady with a dirty jersey, I think the Bucs are in trouble.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how Coach Spags approached this game. Early on in the season, he didn't blitz as much. And that's not like him. If you go back and you study Coach Spags, he's a blitzing maniac. And he didn't do that to start this year. All of a sudden, he starts sprinkling a couple of design blitzes and really schemed them up really nicely. Towards the end of the year, and especially the last 2 games, he's been bringing everything. And they've been getting home. But the problem, Wilds, is Tampa has a really good offensive line. And they have the threats on the outside to go deep. And we've seen them crush teams the last 5 to 6 weeks, Nick. So it's going to be interesting to see this battle between Tom Brady and Coach Spags. And these guys know each other really well.
And just quickly, Wilds, the Chiefs D-line's got to be careful attempting to pressure Tom Brady, because you know one of those benefit of the doubt career achievement roughing the passer penalties is coming. So you got to be very cautious if you actually want to hit Brady in the Super Bowl. Yeah. So I think they might be better with pressure but not hits, hurries but not hits, because that probably is going to be the automatic first down, Jenna.
All right, let's talk some intangibles. Time for Take Your Pick. Channeling my good buddy Al Roker. Rain in the forecast for Sunday. Chance of thunderstorms, at least early on in this one. Brandon, which team would benefit more from Super Bowl thunderstorms, Chiefs or Bucs? There it is.
This is the worst thing that can happen to a wide receiver. It's like we're non-existent in some of these games. So when you think about it, you got to go with the Bucs. Bucs probably going to rely heavily on the run game, and then you got Travis Kelce and you got Tyreek Hill on the other side. So I got to go with the Bucs, because that's the only way you can really slow those guys down. These two are monsters. This duo is hard to stop. So hopefully the rain can get it done.
My apologies, Brandon. It started raining inside my house. So I was trying to quiet it down while you were talking. The only counter to that is, if it's a bad turf, then I would think edge goes to the guys who know where they're going. So I know people think rain's bad for offense, but if the turf's bad, it can help the offensive players as far as they know where they're going. Defenders are trying to react to that. But I think
lights out the last couple of weeks. Thornhill is the key to this because when you have a center field that can get it done, it allows the corners to play aggressive, and it allows that guy right there, Tyrann Mathieu, to be lights out. You know, they like to play him down in the box, Robert, and that matchup's going to be interesting between him and Tom Brady. And the last one on the defensive side is mix it up. You got Coach Spags. You got to mix it up. The last 2 weeks, Coach Spags has been blitzing like a madman, like a wild man. But the problem here is Tom Brady, they got a good deep game. They can throw the ball down the field in the offense.